Hi everybody! Today I'm trying the viral acrylic sponge painting technique. I really don't know if that's what it's called, but I see a lot of people doing this online, so I wanted to give it a try. And essentially what they do is they use sponges to create the base of their painting, and then they use palette knives to do everything else. So for me, I felt really intimidated by this, or just unsure about how this was going to go, because personally I really don't like a palette knife and I've never used the sponges before, so that was also something new that I didn't really know how that was going to go either. So it turns out I brought the wrong kind of sponges for this. What people were using were the actual artist sponges. I really just wasn't paying attention to the videos as much as I thought I was, because I just bought like regular kitchen sponges and I think they were too porous, so like the paint was getting really absorbed into the sponge. But I don't know what the difference is, but it just wasn't blending, I guess, as smoothly as everybody else's that I saw. This is also like turned out to be a very abstract piece that I just wasn't expecting. I also don't really do abstract very much, so this is really my first attempt at doing that. And this is a really big piece. This was a 24 by 36, so you can see that canvas is huge. I've made a few mistakes, especially with like paint usage. I used a lot of paint, and I don't know if when other people do this that they don't use as much as I do, but I mean, I was going through it. It just wasn't really everything that I thought it was going to be. Like what I had pictured in my head just isn't what came out. I don't really mind how it came out, but it's just also not what I intended. At first, I was going with this idea that it was going to be like a little pond, where that gigantic brown spot that I made is a little pond surrounded by trees and then the sky up at the top. But I think what it ended up being was a little, almost like town looking area in that spot down there, and I guess trees around it. And then I tried to kind of add some compliments in there with the little touches of red and things like that. You can see I'm even just doing this in voiceover, I sound a little bit apprehensive, and I kind of am. Abstract really just isn't particularly something that I know how to do, or I understand how to talk about, or how to really even present. But yeah, y'all just let me know what you think, because maybe it was good, maybe it wasn't. What I was going for isn't exactly what came out on the canvas, which, I mean, I don't think that that's always like a terrible thing, but I also just don't know how to really present this type of a thing. So, if y'all have any tips or tricks or anything like that, feel free to share. Hi everybody. So we have reached the end of this piece, and I gotta say, this was definitely not one of my favorite things to do. The whole sponge and like wet canvas thing I couldn't really figure out, and then the palette knife, working just with the palette knife, I've never had to really do that before, and that was kind of strange, and that was very different. And I don't know if this is what you do. Like, typically the people on TikTok make it look real easy, and they make it look real, not really easy, but they make it look like real pretty and all of those things, and I just don't know that I really achieved that. But we tried, and yeah, I don't know that I would do this again. I don't know that this painting technique is for me. If it's for you though, like 100% to you, because the people who put this online and who show this trend, they make it look really good. I don't think I did that today, unfortunately. But what an experience. It was definitely a learning experience. I am definitely covered in paint from head to toe, and Yeah. So I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.